Hello, everybody. We are the Army of Light Earth Division here on the planet, doing good work on behalf of the light. Is that corny or what? This is Shauna L. Francis. Today is December 15th, 2022. I'm so glad that you're here. I had just a beautiful session with our team. I'm not really sure who, but sat down to meditate today. Feeling, pretty off the last few days. Now that I'm feeling better tonight, I can look back and say, wow, I was kind of stressed out here for the last 3 or 4 days trying to get over this cold, trying to get unpacked, but we broke through something tonight. And I'm feeling like my old self, feeling so much better. Anyway, I'm wondering if you guys are feeling this. It's so cool. I'm getting all kinds of notes from you guys and comments, obviously through YouTube, but emails also, and in our one-on-one sessions, that since I've started talking about the reptilian stuff, you guys are feeling like you're getting activated. So kind of these, I don't know, maybe those of you who are having these things can talk about it in the YouTube comments or get on the Facebook group. And if you're not part of the Facebook group, it's Starseed Lifestyle with Shauna L. Francis. Hopefully you can find that. I can put a link to it. So anyway, I feel like there's some big stuff going on with this energy, with this disclosure, with those of you who are part of this star family who have found these videos and found this energy, and then it's resonating really strongly for you. So you're hearing this and it's clicking. The information about the reptilian stuff and everywhere we're going with all this information and this star family here, it's just clicking. So it's like, it's kind of a lock and key type moment here. I'm so excited. Like this is it definitely seems to be a theme. So who knows where this is going to go. Anyway, yeah, so today meditating with the team, we got to that point again where they want me to be all the time in vibration. And it's like, this is maybe only my 3rd or 4th time of hitting this place. So it just feels like my whole body is in this very fine, subtle hum from my toes up to the top of my head and beyond. Just a hum, just this really fine vibration. And it's my breathing gets really slow and really deep. And time just seems to kind of stand still. And they said, Shauna, we've hit it again. This is where you want to be all the time. And I'm like, I don't really know how to do that. I don't know how to maintain this all the time. I feel like they've helped me get to that point. So I know what the goal is and I know what it feels like physically in my body. But to be in that state where I'm in a pretty deep trance, to be shopping or driving or talking on the phone or making this video, how do I actually maintain that level of vibration? So I'm trying to figure this out. They're training me here. I probably still have the training wheels on. Melchizedek mentioned that a while back. Also, I'm feeling so good about yesterday's channeling where talk about like lock and key moment here. Just the realization, I don't need to convince anybody of anything. I don't need to worry if anybody believes me. I don't need to worry how, if people are ready for the information. I don't need to, make sure that everybody understands what I'm trying to say. Really none of that. I really do feel that there are particular people here that this is going to resonate with. This is going to help start a snowball effect with other people coming forward with their reptilian disclosure information. So really, it provides a lot of relief to know that I just really get to be the messenger here. I don't have any attachment to whether or not someone believes this information. I have a feeling it's going to trigger a lot of people, according to what Melchizedek and Cryon have been saying, that this is going to be triggering because it's going to strike a deep chord. It's not going to be something that will be easily dismissed. But, even for all of us, all of us as a team, we don't have to get on a soapbox. We don't need to make sure that our family all knows that we're being controlled by negative reptilians. If there are opportunities to interact with people who seem interested or they ask questions, then great. But really we get to have our own knowing and our own process and our own experience here. And it doesn't rely on anybody else validating our experience and our knowing. You know, we're being asked here to exercise our freedom of choice, to exercise our sovereignty, and to also get in touch with the deep knowing inside of us. It's looking beyond the illusion. It's looking beyond the veil. It's beyond me, I'm Shauna in a body here on earth, you know, all the labels that come along with being a human here and all these things. We put ourselves in this box and there's all these expectations. You know, we're really, that's all going by the wayside as we really forge a new path here that is being led by the heart, not by the ego, not by fear, not by lack, not by anxiety. You know, we're obviously still dealing with this. I am still dealing with fear. You know, it's a big part of our experience here. But we are at least consciously aware of this. And now that we're aware, we have choices that we didn't know that we had before we were aware of this. So it's all part of this beautiful awakening journey, getting to awaken here on the planet and step into this thing as pioneers. And, you know, and there's a lot of people like my mom's generation, you know, I have many of you who follow me here on this channel who are, you know, 60 to 80 years old. And you guys have been at this a long time. Truly, you guys, you know, the New Agers, you folks, you know, with the meditation early on, the stuff coming out of India in the 60s and 70s, a lot of you were into that kind of thing. And truly, you were the trailblazers here for people like me. And I'll be a trailblazer. We'll all be trailblazers for the next generation of folks, the next wave of people who want to come through and are aligning to this frequency, these messages, this mission, and will carry the torch for us after we're gone. Well, after we're not an embodiment anymore on Earth. All right, I know you guys get all that. All right, so just really, really beautiful today, really amazing tonight. I got in the elevator with Isa, my reptilian counterpart. We went down to floor 1, got off the elevator, and just all this cheering. So another reason why probably I'm feeling so good tonight, just all this cheering, and you know, you hear it, you kind of feel it, you feel that energy. They're really just pumping me up. So I'm like, thank you guys, thank you so much. We had a seat, and I felt some big energy. And you know, I was already pretty deep in my meditation there with the team, in the deeper state of consciousness, but coming and just really feeling like a big energy sitting down, almost like a big man. It felt like a big man. I don't know how else to say it. Like maybe like, you know, taller, but, you know, bigger, stouter kind of a guy. And so I sat there and just really let that energy kind of sink in, kind of felt my way through this. And I said, thank you so much for joining me. What would you like to talk about today? And this being said, thank you, Shauna. I won't take up much of your time. This is really great that we get this opportunity to talk with you and help all of humanity on Earth. So I'm going to call him a he. He had quite this casual feel about him. And even the way he spoke, it sounded like one of us. It was really, really quite fun and different from a departure from the more serious beings who have been in the hot seat here. All right. So I won't take up much of your time. This is really great that we get to talk to you like this and to help humanity on Earth. We've all been watching. We understand that this is really serious, and there's so many of you trying so hard to help raise the vibration and stay in the light, even with all the awful things happening on the planet. It's a pretty plainly spoken here. The tenacity that we see, the earnest effort to break through the old density and into this new higher vibration, it's commendable. We are so happy to see it happen, and we knew it would. We all have been hopeful and we have been expecting it, but now we actually see it play out like this. So impressive and really just a joy to behold. So thank you, Shauna, he continues, for this opportunity to connect like this, for all the work that you're doing, for all the effort that you put in to speak with us and talk about the negative reptilians and all the damage they're doing. So he's not mincing words here. And then he continues here. Frankly, it's about time. We're all ready to see this cleaned up and move on. It's been going on way too long, and we're all really ready for this next phase to be well underway and then be able to see planet Earth in her new form. It'll be a sight to behold, he said. It'll be so amazing to finally have her where she wants to be, where she needs to be. All of us supporting her, along with everybody supporting humanity. This is a big team effort here. We're working from all angles to help make this a success and help it go as quickly and smoothly as possible. But really, as you know, Shauna, humanity is in charge of a lot of this. There's so much outside of our control. It comes down to each individual making choices. We've heard all this before, so good reminder. You can join together as a collective and make collective choices together, and that does strengthen, but still at the end of the day, it's the individual who has to decide to make this choice to participate at that level. Each and every person here on the planet, and this is Shauna talking, each and every person on the planet who's hearing this call and heeding this call, amazing, right? It's just amazing that we're getting to this point. We're getting these messages. We're feeling this on deep, deep levels. And it's each individual. You know, you don't want to sit back and just think, well, my neighbor's going to take care of this, right? You know, we are the solution here. And he says here, and many of you are doing it. We knew you had it in you. We're so happy to see it. And then there was a pause, and I said, thank you for that. That's so wonderful. Can you tell me a little bit more about you? And if you have a name that I can refer to you as, your energy feels expanded, and also you have a very casual way about you, which is fun, is what I said. And he said, Shauna, yes, I'm also from the Orion star system. I've only been in this service with the Galactic Federation of Light for a short time, but I've always wanted to do it. I've worked hard to be here, to be a member of the Galactic Federation of Light, doing what I can to bring peace and light and harmony to places that really need us. It's really satisfying, he said. And as you know, Shauna, you're also a part of the Galactic Federation of Light, here on assignment down on planet Earth. I hope I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. I said I'm like, yes, thank you. I'm aware of this on some level. Thank you. Well, he says, well, you're doing an incredible job, Shauna. This is not easy stuff. It's like you're here in a big room with the blindfold on, trying to build a ship or something, trying to build something from nothing with your eyes closed. You just get to feel around and see what kind of fits together. I know you're getting a lot of help, he said, and it's a little easier than that, but that's what that reminds me of. And I said, yeah, it's something else to be really just surrendered to this and participating in it, and yet also being an observer and observing it from kind of a soul standpoint, but also from my 3D self. But I said it is amazing, and thank you. I understand, Shauna. Don't ever think that you're not really knocking it out of the park, as they say. Know that I am giving you a big pat on the back and a big hug. I said, thank you so much. I said, what kind of being are you? You said you're from Orion. I don't really, I said, and just in case we meet up again, is there anything else you can share with me? And he said, Zeta Reticuli. Oh my gosh. When that word came through, that phrase, I'm like, oh my gosh. Zeta Reticuli. I assumed this was a star system. He said, far outskirts toward where we would see the Orion star constellation from Earth. It's a relatively small area, Zeta Reticuli. I've heard of this, but I don't know anything about it. I said, I can't really see you, except you seem large, you seem masculine to me, you seem male. And there was a pause here, and he says, I'm having a bit of a hard time articulating who and what I am in the way that you would understand. He said, Shauna, I am 5th density. My people, many, many Earth years ago, actually lived on planet Earth for a time as a race of beings on the surface. We ascended together and we left the planet. So you do hear about this happening, and there's probably, this has happened a lot where we've never heard of it. Yeah, you know, there's been all kinds of indigenous peoples who seem to have vanished off the planet. That's kind of more our timeline, though. This could, my understanding is that we're the 7th batch of humans on the planet, 7th. So this could have been really a super long time ago. He said, now we have this new home. And when I say new, it's been a really long time. So relatively speaking, it's our new home, but it's all that most of us have ever known. And he says here, when I heard that Mother Earth was going through her ascension and that humanity was asking for help, I did everything I could to be here to help join the Galactic Federation of Light and to be on this team and to be doing anything I could to be of service here because of our ancestry. Earth has a soft spot for me, a soft place in my heart. It took a lot of planning, a lot of processes to get here, but here I am. And Shauna, I really wanted to talk to you and to be able to contribute in this way. I feel very lucky to have this opportunity to talk with you. I said, thank you so much. That's so very sweet. And I'm ecstatic to be speaking to you as well. Thank you for coming to humanity's aid at this time. And he says, you're welcome, Shauna. I said, friend, is there anything else you'd like to talk about? He said, Shauna, I know that your other team members have made a big deal about your upcoming disclosure being really challenging and tough. I know that you've got what it takes to weather this and be okay coming out the other end. I have all the faith and trust in you that you can do this. And when the team says that your spirit will be broken, personally, I don't think it has to be as bad as that. It may sting and it may hurt and it may be really difficult, but you'll never be broken because we're always here supporting you and loving you. Yay. I really don't want to see you worrying about something like that when what you're doing is so beautiful and so necessary. You are up for this challenge, Shauna, he said. I said, thank you so much for your love and encouragement. I thank you for that. And he says, I'd like to conclude this conversation with these final words. Trust that you will never fail. Failure is impossible here. So that was so very nice. He actually, his energy, and this is gonna be funny, it reminds me of one of our Army of Light members, Bruce, who I mentioned here recently, B from NY. Sorry, Bruce, for calling you out here, but his energy really reminds me of your energy. Bruce and I, Bruce has been with me since the beginning of my YouTube channel, and I've met with him a couple of times, and he's also, Bruce is the one that got me to be on the Jeff Mara podcast, which a lot of you are here because of, you saw me on that podcast back December. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's probably been like exactly a year. I want to say it was like the middle of December. Oh, I think it was December 12th, if I remember correctly, the Jeff Mara podcast. Anyway, amazing. This was really fun and uplifting. I'm feeling much better today. I love you guys. Thanks so much for joining me for today's Ascension Daily Update and being on this incredible journey with me. Thanks for supporting each other. And I love you. And I expect I will see you all tomorrow. Okay, bye. Mwah.